wanna be down with the king.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Friday. We made it, everybody. It's Friday, end of the week. TGIMFing-F. Welcome into the Sports Kings podcast. Yours truly, Big Mike, Rob Calloway, as usual. We're being heard via Spreaker.com. As well, make sure you guys follow us and friend us and like us and all those good things on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. Also, you can email the show, sportskingslive@gmail.com. Yes, indeed. It's been a pretty long week, feels like. Feels like Friday's finally here. Mother's Day weekend for those of you who still celebrate those type of things and haven't joined my movement yet, but, you know, it's a slow grind. It's a slow burn is what it is, you know. Light that thing and just watch it burn slowly. I've got all the patience in the world. Like I said, Rob Calloway's with me. Before we bring Rob in, let's set the show up real quick, because God knows what the hell is going to happen today. No basketball yesterday, so I just did a bunch of television watching. You know. Oh, and by the way, you guys, I lied. Yesterday was not the season finale of American Crime. Next week will be the season finale. It was still good as hell, but it wasn't the season finale, so I lied about that. I thought it was, but it wasn't. As far as today's show, of course, we're going to do On This Day at some point during the first hour. We're going to talk about, obviously, the developments in the football inflation PSI scandal that's going on with the Patriots, as well as some things that have gone on with a couple of rookies since rookie mini camps have started this week. We got a couple of little stories, some stuff I omitted yesterday while we talked about the NBA, and I will give you guys the weekend schedule to make sure you guys know exactly what you're looking for as far as NBA playoff games go. And again, just some miscellaneous things. I'm going to tell you guys how I got by a particular story regarding the NCAA. And a very interesting article that I read today that really opened my eyes to some of the things that I thought were that actually weren't. So, yeah, I think that'll be an interesting conversation. And, you know, apparently Tiger Woods is playing golf right now. You know, there's a golf tournament going on somewhere in America, and Tiger Woods is involved. And we hadn't talked about it. From what I gather, he's going to make the cut for the weekend. So that's the new standard now. Tiger made the cut. Everybody stand up and clap. So it's cool. All right. So moving forward, Rob, any plans for the weekend before we get started with the sporty sports?
You know, really, not really, man. I'm gonna go pick my little girl up tomorrow, and you know, we'll go get something for Miami for Mother's Day. But other than that, I'm gonna take it easy, man. You know, I've been working these late nights these past few days, so I'm really taking it easy, try to digest some of this playoff basketball action we had before they, you know, go on another day hiatus like they did yesterday.
So you're not working on the weekend? That's when the male strippers usually make most of their work, ain't it? Most of their money, ain't it?
No, I'm a black skin.
You got it like that, taking off the weekend, my man. All right, cool.
I'm a black skin. But maybe, and I'm hoping that maybe I can come by and get some leftover bird from your crib.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know how many people coming over, to be honest with you, dog. Like, I heard, like, meat and barbecue. I was like, all right, cool. She was like, what time you want them to come? I was like, I really don't, but you know, I'm good with whatever.
More meat for me.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm going to get up in the morning, you know, everything. Well, not everything. I'm going to finish doing the ribs when we get through recording this. I'm going to go put the rub on the ribs and let them sit in the refrigerator for, you know, until the morning. The chicken and everything has already been in the Ziploc bag with the seasoning and everything, so they're going to be nice and, you know, flavorful. Make the barbecue sauce tonight. And then in the morning, get up, crank the grill up, And whatever time people get here, they get here. I mean, I'm probably going to be upstairs while they down there. Probably going to be up here watching the basketball games anyway, so whatever. I don't care.
Right.
Just don't bother me. Okay. In the latest developments of everyone's favorite new topic. By the way, my guy Jim Murray did text me back yesterday. He actually texted me back during the show, but I didn't realize it because, speaking of, nice reminder for myself to turn off all my little alerts here. So you guys aren't hearing everything through the phone when people do text. Yeah. Apparently, the CBS Boston station is in some sort of a bunker where he gets no cell service. So he texted me back and apologized for what was going on. He gave me the information that I pretty much thought it was. First of all, he didn't think I was being an a-hole, so that's plus for me. And two, it was just like, it's a mixture of responses up there in Boston. You have the yahoos that feel like everyone's, picking on the Patriots and everyone, there's some sort of conspiracy between the NFL and the Patriots. And then you got the people who are rational. The rational people who are like, okay, I read this thing and yeah, Tom lied to everyone. Let's move on. 4 championships in the book. They're not going anywhere. Like none of that stuff is happening. So whatever, And I think at a certain point, you gotta kind of ride the fence a little bit on this one. Like you can't treat it like it's Aaron Hernandez, but you can't also treat it like it's nothing. So you got to be in some ways gray about it. You know what I mean? So yesterday, Mr. Brady, Tom Terrific, he spoke at Salem University. It was already a planned speaking engagement. And your guy, what's his name? Jim Lampley?
Jim Gray.
Jim Gray. Who is Jim Lampley? Who am I thinking about when I say that?
Boxing. Both of them do boxing now.
Oh, okay. Jim Gray,
Jim
actually.
Lampley is the HBO boxing dude. Jim Gray is Showtime.
All right. Both white men, though, right? So I got
No,
that
of
part
course.
right. Okay, got that right. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, he spoke, and Jim actually wasn't going. He couldn't consider himself a professional and let Tom Brady walk off that stage without addressing the Wells report. And so he asked him about it, and here's what Tom. We told you guys because it happened right before we stopped recording yesterday, and I was gonna see what he was saying, but I told you guys yesterday he ain't gonna say nothing. And by today, we would have that nothingness for you, just in case you hadn't heard it all day on whatever sports outlet that you prefer. And here's what Tom had to say to Jim about said Wells report.
What is your reaction, Tom, to the Ted Wells report?
I don't have really any reaction, Jim. Our owner commented on it yesterday, and it's only been 30 hours, so I haven't had much time to digest it fully, but when I do, I'll be sure to let you know how I feel about it. And everybody else.
Are you that slow a reader?
Well, my athletic career has been better than my academic career, so usually I'm used to reading X's and O's. This was a little bit longer.
What a D-bag move. I haven't read it yet. It's only been 30 hours. Yeah, you have. Because you know how I know? Your agent has, and apparently your dad has too. So the fact that it's about you and pretty much solely about, like, the 2 underlings are there as well. The 2 equipment, that's what it is, Rob. They're not ball boys, as a matter of fact. They're equipment managers. And I'm ashamed of myself for not knowing that, too. I'm very ashamed of myself for not knowing that. Equipment manager would be
but if you handle
the more official title.
But if you handle balls,
well, that's not all they do, though. That's not all they do. They make sure the jerseys are all right, the pads are cool, face masks are screwed on correctly. Yeah, they're equipment managers. And I should have, when I was talking about it yesterday and saying, it's got to be some sort of technical term. I'm an idiot. I should know this. Yeah, they're equipment managers.
You're the football player.
Yeah, so
football player.
So yeah, that's what old Tom had to say about it. That he had actually no reaction. Poor Tom. Do you know what Tom's life is like? Yeah, I don't feel sorry for rich people who go through regular people problems. You know what I mean? You get caught doing some dirt at your gig. Yeah, stuff happens. Whatever. He'll.
Yeah, but what pisses me off more than anything, though.
Something pisses you off about this.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm saying is we're sitting here doing the show last night. Of course, it was on, and you just heard the crowd, and in the audio you just played, it was like everything this dude said, it was just like the Messiah had spoken. It was like it was like the crowd was going wild. I'm like, y'all are stupid.
I don't understand. Whoa, back up. Because it's not like he was speaking in like Orlando, Florida.
No, I get this. I get that. But I'm just saying, it's just like, I don't know, it just seemed like it was just too much hype. I mean, even dudes said it seemed like a Patriot pep rally.
Duh. Like, hold on now. What if, like, before Mike Vick went to jail, when the charges were still pending, he had the same type of speaking engagement at, let's say, Georgia State? How would that have gone down? Because it would have been a bunch of people up in there.
I don't think it would have went well.
It would have been the same thing.
There's a lot of white people to Georgia State.
Yeah, but at this particular event, it would have been a bunch of your cousins up there.
Now, if he had went to Morris Brown, that would have been a different story.
Okay, let's call it Morris Brown then. How would that have gone down? Would it have sounded any differently than what you heard in the Tom Brady situation? Hell no.
I guess not. But it's just...
Folks are talking about killing people over this Mike Vick thing.
You know me. I just want... we both like to see people in uncomfortable situations. I would have just liked to see maybe some jeers.
Not in that crowd.
I'm just saying, this dude come out and he all smiles the whole damn time he's up there, and I'm like, dude, like, do you not realize what's going on right now?
Of course he does, but he also realizes he's in front of a very accommodating audience, a bunch of Patriots fans. You know what I mean? He understood that. The minute, because this is the reason why they asked him to come speak. They weren't going to ask Peyton Manning to come speak in front of Salem University. No, they asked Tom Brady because...
Yeah, because he could have he didn't even have to say nothing. Like, he could have just said, Patriots rock, and the whole crowd would have lost their damn mind.
Yeah, of course.
As if Holyfield wanted to fight.
Yeah, I don't blame him for doing anything he did as far as playing to the crowd, especially when he was he actually, do I have that here? Yeah. He actually plays to the crowd in this one. It's when Jim asks him, what the hell is going on with this thing now? Why can't it, like, everything is moving in, like, slow motion. Okay, so Jim asks him when he will finally address the report.
When do you plan to address this publicly?
Hopefully soon. There's still a process that's going forth right now, and I'm involved in that process. So whenever it happens, and I'll certainly want to be very comfortable in how I feel about the statements that I make.
Sorry, there's a part of it where he says, I'll let you know, Jim, and then the crowd says, ha ha ha, and he's like, I'll let you guys know too, ha ha ha. He does that whole thing. I thought I had it as a part of the clip, but apparently not.
But you know what else? Jim Gray is a dude. I mean, he is a guy that has held athletes feet to the fire. I'm talking about, like, for the moment, not even a sit-down situation like that. Mm-hmm. Like on some walk-off type stuff. And he'll grill him. I think he just kind of gave Tom Brady like a little light pass. He asked him, and maybe it was the wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly.
But
you got to understand, you got to put it all in perspective. This wasn't like a Jim Gray Sunday conversation on ESPN one-on-one. The speaking engagement was already scheduled to happen, and it was supposed to be a Tom Brady situation. So in order, one, if you do that, you're taking away from what it's supposed to be anyway, one, and two, you heard those people. Like, they ain't gonna have that out of Jim. You know what I mean? They wasn't there for that.
Right.
They were there to show to show Tom their solidarity and how much they love the Patriots and how much they love him. Like, Jim could have went there if he wanted to. It would turn bad for him real quick.
Right, but just to go back to something you just asked me about how the crowd would be for Mike Vick. When all that crowd was going on, hell, Mike Vick was pulling no shows on everybody.
Well, that's irregardless. I mean, like, just putting it into the same context. Like, he had to be there. Yeah, he had cats outside of Arthur Blank's crib protesting with children. Like, real ridiculous stuff. This is even more ridiculous than saying, Tom, we love you. This is like the most, like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get into this whole Mike Vick thing because I'm on the record many a times saying how ridiculous I felt like the whole thing was. We're talking about quote unquote Deflategate with Tom Brady, the latest developments. So as of yesterday, we just played for you guys was Tom Brady at Salem University. Also, his agent, Don Yee, was all over radio today. He was on Mike and Mike.